And the Gamecocks will put total leather and will get started. Fielded in the end zone is Randall. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. One of the biggest and best surprises of the 2024 season was just how good South Carolina was. That was evident when they went into Death Valley and fought until the bitter end and pulled one out against Clemson.
And South Carolina had a great season a year ago, but the cherry on the sundae was going into Death Valley and beating their rivals. Like, Clemson remembers this because Lenore Sellers takes off, takes the 20-yard scramble with a minute left. Like, Clemson made so many mistakes, was very much in the football game, but Jesse, this one stung a year ago.
It did. This defense for Clemson, they've got to be able to get off the field. You mentioned Lenore Sellers, David. He ran the ball 16 times. He was a workhorse on the ground for South Carolina. So for the defending ACC champions, if they're going to get this win in this big rivalry game defensively, they have got to be great on third down.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams Bryce alive on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Klubnik. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The game originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state. And bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll run play action. The sure hands, it's Randall. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
To throw, it's Klubnik. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Clemson will send the punt team out. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Reels it in down the left side. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on a scintillating 92-yard pass for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. Finds his tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, the running back has it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Klubnik. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a 1st down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the ground with the back. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Avoids pressure. Moves around to clear up the vision. There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Back to pass. It's Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bennett. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Safe completion on the screen. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a quick throw out to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. There he goes to the right. The 30. Inside the touchdown, South Carolina. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Randall.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Finds his man. It's Harbor. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. It's year 5 now for Shane Beamer at South Carolina. The Gamecocks coming off their best season since 2013. Now the question is, what's a realistic ceiling?
And I think getting to that 10-win mark. Last year they had 9 wins, but the offense took off, and having a dude like Lenora Sellers, Jesse, that's a full-grown man that can do so much for an offense. Excited to see if he can take that next step.
Yeah, I think based on his success last year, that helped out portal, that helped out high school recruiting. Guys want to play with him. He's that exciting. So I think the quarterback spot, I think that's a huge key to see if the Gamecocks can take that next step.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. They'll run play action. This time he's got his man. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Under fire. Complete to the left. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Got his man downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Clemson! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's caught. It's Brown. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls in.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. to pass. It's Klubnik. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Clemson will send the punt team out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. Fights off the defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Turning it on! Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown Tigers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Harbor. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Klubnik. Finds the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Got it in the middle. It's Randall. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Power football with the run. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
That's caught. It's Harbor. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it. Past the first down marker and still running.
Man, let's not make football hard. Quarterback sneak has worked, and it continues to work. Keep using it until they stop it on those short yardage plays.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bennett. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the quarterback there working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes! He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the single back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. Easy call for the ref. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Brown. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, the inside give. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Rides to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Sets up the screen. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be fourth down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
Clemson will send the punt team out. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Give to the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Makes the grab. It's Harbor. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here's a hit. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And that was like the quarterback was just caught in a slow-moving vice, and eventually it squeezed him.
And listen, I like the call. I like to be aggressive. I know I can go for it on fourth down because we're going to do that anyways. That's just what we do. It's really fun, and I get to score more points when I get to do it. But when I see it's not there, throw the football away. Don't take the sack.
And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Randall. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes the catch right at the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Looking for a crease to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. With the catch, it's Moore. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see he gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Leaves it with the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They try to pop a run on the draw. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front, and good job being physical by that D-line, too.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And they sniff that draw out. When a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking for the score! Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They are set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Now the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's got him. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll pull it on the read. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his man. It's Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
From the gun, running back gets the give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Boy, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 9-point game.
And
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football.
Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
And the big fellas are on the field as they try to power it in for 2. Trying to pound their way in. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. With the catch, it's Williams. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Grab behind the line. It's Harbor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the pummeling has started. South Carolina starting to feel a little cocky, and why not, as they stretch the lead on Clemson.
They're cocky, and they should be the way they're dominating this game on both sides of the ball. They are bringing it to Clemson.
And South Carolina's fan base is one of the best in the country, and they are jacked out of their mind right now to be putting it on their in-state rival.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Got a man, it's Haynes. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Working that left side now. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Clemson. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's a first down for the offense.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays for you.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here comes the 2-point try. They want to throw it. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Anytime South Carolina takes down Clemson, as it just did in this rivalry game, you can expect them to get a little bit cocky, and they deserve it. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.